everybody? Welcome back once again to JJ's PC Build. You know it is JJ with you once again. If you're first time here, make sure you subscribe and also hit that like button. It would be much appreciated. It would tell YouTube to push out our videos. Today we're going to jump into graphics card nightmares right here on the channel. I'm not going to do any news this week, but I am going to make this one special video for the new Intel B580. We're going to do our normals. We're going to go through Amazon. We're going to go through Newegg. We're going to go through Micro Center. And also, too, we're going to go through eBay. There's a reason. I'm making this all special so you all can see and you all can make your determination of how you want to buy these graphics cards. I would suggest, and before we get started, make sure you got your drink and snacks. You gotta see what I'm doing here. This ice gets like seriously stuck. There we go. Make sure you get your drink and snacks, guys. Wow. Wrong hole. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go over there to the action screen and see what we got cooking. Alright, I have nothing set up because we're going to do it from point zero to the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up and we're going to get some DuckDuckGo for you all right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to type in Amazon. Amazon. I know I used to do this a while back, but recently I was doing it differently. But let's go back to the old way since you all liked it. So we're here on Amazon, hit the all button, go down to where it says computers, put it into computers. You can put graphics cards for gaming PCs, or we're going to type in the Intel B580 GPU. Okay, let's see what we got kicking. Oh, let's see, the $250 graphics card. $400. Gunnier. This Wheelio seems to be selling the Gunnier for $400. You know, dude, I'm going to tell you something. A $250 graphics card that you bought out on Amazon and decided to resell it back on Amazon for $400. That should be a crime. I don't care what anybody else says. That should be a crime. Okay, that's scalping. That's basically marking it up. Let's see. Let's go and get the calculator and see how much you marked it up. Let's see. We got $400 for the graphics card. And we minus that from the MSRP at $250. So you marked it up $150. And this is supposed to be an entry-level graphics card. Entry-level graphics card. And yes, y'all, I got the big cursor on for you. $150, dude. How in the hell are people supposed to buy? I can see if you marked it up $50. Okay, I can see $50. Okay, at least you're given the benefit of the doubt and it's costing you nothing. $50 would have been cool. Because then it would have been $300, and then if you were to go buy a 4060 at $300, and this gets better performance than a 4060, then yeah, it's still priced to performance. Even at $300. But you didn't do that. You decided to get greedy, add on another $150 to a $250 graphics card. I don't see it. Let's go down to this one. And this is on Amazon, y'all. Another B580. $370. So let's go back to the calculator. Let's go 370 minus the 250. $120. Still. That's not good. Okay. So we got another one here. $410. So we got 250 minus 410. I'm taking you through the calculator. I know how much y'all love the calculator. $160. $160 more. If somebody's going to pay $400 for a freaking graphics card, let me put it to you this way. They're not going to be buying these B580s. Not at $400. Let's go down and see if we see any more on this page. $379, we already did the margin on that. Let's see. Let's see if we got any more that's on this page. Looks like they pushed it pretty much to the top. That's an RX 580. Do not get it mixed up. The RX 580 is AMD. The B580 is Battlemage Intel. So do not get it mixed up and thinking that, oh, I'm getting a 580 graphics card for like $98. No, you're not. That's an AMD Radeon. Make sure you look very carefully before you buy. Very point across. Let's see. Let's go one more page and see if they got anything. Or they might have pushed it to the back. Let's see. They pushed it to the back. So we don't miss anything. I'm going to make sure that we go through it all. Let's go to the last page. The last page they got on this. Nope. I'm scouring the internet, everybody, looking for these B580s. So, that's it right there. That's it for Amazon. So as we can see, going back to the first page, this is all you're going to be buying. Is a $400 graphics card. You might get lucky and get it for $370. That's the lowest I've seen. It was $370 on Amazon. And you don't even see any ASRock Steel Legend graphics cards. Where's the ASRock Steel Legends? Well, who knows? So let's go to Newegg and see what's cooking. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be hating on me about this, but you know what? I'm tired of seeing good people get ripped off by these idiots that keep scalping graphics cards. And I know you're going to give me some hate in there, but you know what? People are going to know, regardless. And they're going to pass it around to their friends, and they're going to say, whoa. Soon as it hit 12:01, and these graphics cards came about at launch time, 12:01 a.m. Those scalpers were in there buying these sumbitches all up. Whatever they couldn't pre-order, they bought right there as soon as they launched. They sat right there from 12:01 a.m. until right now. And it's only 6:18, people, in Pacific Standard Time. So by the time you get this video, it'd probably be about 8 o'clock. So hopefully by then you'll get the idea. When you watch the video, it'll be out there. Probably get it earlier. I'll push it out as fast as I can. I'm not going to edit this. This is as is. You're getting the video as is, and the only thing I'm going to add at the end is my little, make sure you subscribe, and you put a like on the video, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. That's what you're going to get at the end. So basically it is what it is. I'm going to push it out as fast as I can, and there's no editing, so you're getting it as is. Okay, now we're on Newegg. Oh, God. This is just driving me crazy. Intel B580. Let's see. Okay, right here. $429. $379. Out of stock. ASRock. $260. Right here. Intel. Recently launched. $250. Out of stock. How many did they have? That's the question. How many did they have? Let's see. Maybe y'all can tell me how many they had if I can't find it. I'm not familiar with Newegg too much, by the way. Um, okay, well, we'll find out how much they had. So maybe one of you guys can leave it in the comment below. So basically, the $250 one is out of stock. So when we keep moving on, we'll see what's going on. B580 out of stock, out of stock. That's it. That's Newegg right there. As you guys can see, now the ones that are not selling are the ones that are $430, the one that are $370, $379, $380, whatever. So, the ones that are not selling. I don't know what gun ear's thinking about, not unless this is somebody that's bought them up and decided to sell on Newegg. But anyway, moving on to Micro Center. At least you can't rip it at Micro Center. Because Micro Center is their own man. Intel B580. Okay, this is what we got cooking. Yeah, well, there's only 2 products found. So this ain't going to be too much. You got the ASRock Steel Legend B580 for $270. At least that is reasonable. And the ASRock Intel, the B580 Challenger, overclocked. These are both overclocked, by the way. And that for $270 for $260. And I'm gonna bring you back to the main screen. Hold on. Okay, the reason why I brought you back to the main screen is because I want to get my 2 cents out. With Micro Center doing an overclock series, I prefer the overclock series. Is because with them adding that in, giving you extra clocks, yeah, I could see where you're going to get it up to over 3 gigahertz on the clocks. Because I do that with this, my Asus RTX 4070, and get it over 3 gigahertz. Okay. Now with your standard one, the one that's not overclocked, you'll get it up to 2.850 gigahertz. But usually the overclocked ones, you can take them up to about 3 gigahertz. So usually on some, not all, some. So if you do got an overclocked one, I'm sure you can get, by using MSI Afterburner, you can get it up over 3 gigahertz. I know that because I do it all the time. So, okay, let's go back to the action screen again. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal right here. I will give Micro Center their props. Not a bad deal. But this is only if you buy it in their store. So if you're close to a Micro Center and you want to get the B580, there you go. It's in their store. You don't have to worry about going through Amazon, Newegg, eBay, or none of that. You just walk into their store. You get one for $270, $260. And you know what? You go home and have a nice day. That's if you're needing a graphics card. That's if you're needing it. Me, I'm going to tell you, if I'm going to spend $400 on a graphics card that's entry level, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that $400. I'm going to put $2 more $100 with it and go get myself a 4070 Super. And not buy the B580. That's the smart thing to do. If you want a graphics card for longevity, the 4070 Super will last you a long time. And I'll tell you what, getting the 4070 Super is 30% plus faster than the B580. For $200 more. Price to performance between this card and the 4070 Super, 4070 Super is more affordable than the B580. And you all can roast me if you want, but it's the truth. Especially when you're playing all these top tier games with ray tracing and everything else. At least you know you have a solid card. A solid card. It's going to last you for at least 5 years. Now, this one's gotten me, I'm over a year plus. I'm just going to say over a year plus, because I have to look back at the date and see when I bought it, but I know it's over a year. So hopefully we get to the 2 years. I'm going 5 years with this card because it's the overclocked version. It will last a lot longer, and you don't have nothing to worry about. Let's say if I wanted to, and I'm just going to take you guys on a little rant. Let's say I wanted to do the RTX 4070 Super. And I'm making this point because if you're going to buy a graphics card for $400, you stick $200 with it. Well, 230, but look what comes with it. Look what comes with it. You get Indiana Jones and the Great Circle free with the graphics card. You get it free with the graphics card. So maybe the game's $50 or $60, whatever. I didn't look at the price. You minus that from the graphics card, you're still getting a better deal. Believe it or not, you're still getting a better deal. A way better deal. And you're getting a free game. I mean, this one's for $609. And this is the Asus NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super Dual Evo overclocked. And it's got 12 gigabytes, but it's GDDR6X. Compared to Intel B580 GDDR6, this is faster, and this has got PCIe 4.0 X16. This graphics card, not Intel PCIe 4.0 X8 on the B580. This has way better ray tracing. I'm not trying to sell you on it, but even at $609 and you get a free game, say that game's, let's do our math. Say you got a 609 game, 610 right here, right? So you take your 610 and you minus $60 from it. Oh, look. And for 30+% more performance, if you minus it from the let's say $410 for the B580 for these gunnier cards, and you minus the 410, it only costs $140 more. And you're for 30+% more performance, paying $140 more for it. What do you think you really should do? If you're going to strap $400 to an entry-level graphics card, and now the 4070 Super is in between mid-grade and high-end, especially with it being GDDR6X, that's high-end VRAM with a mid-level graphics card, compared to a low-grade graphics card using the Infinity Fabric for their VRAM, compared to something that's totally different, that's more high-end than low-end. So you got a card between mid and high-end that's overclocked to a high-end average, compared to a low-end card being clocked up to maybe not even reaching the mid-grade. The B580 is 23% slower than the RTX 4070 I have. And look at the price they're going to make you pay for it. I just think it's freaking ridiculous. I really do. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And you can strap $140 more to it and get yourself a high-end card. A mid-grade high-end card, I would say. Look, I know this is my rant, but this pissed me off when I seen it this morning on the launch. And I've watched this from 12:01 a.m. to now and watched how it was selling out. No. I could not believe the scalpers hit it this hard. You might got a few that got in there and got their graphics card, but I'll tell you what, most of them were bought by the scalpers. Now let's move on to e-waste. I mean eBay. To me, it's nothing but e-waste. eBay. Now, you're going to see the truth. Let's see, Intel B580 GPU. Okay, let's see. Here we got one for $359. Let me blow this up for you so that way you can see it better. Okay. $359. $409. $399. Keep going. $420. $379. Look at this. This page is riddled. I mean, it's just blasted with B580s. Look at this. Somebody put a B590 and a V5. Look at this. Rip off. Gunnier Official. 409. Gunnier. 400. 409. 379. 459. 379. It's about the lowest I've seen yet. 399. 420. 409. There, that's about the lowest I've seen right there. 359. But still, $250 graphics card. They're charging $100 and some more and trying to make a profit off of this. You got 10 people watching here. You got nobody watching there, nobody watching, 10 watchers here. Why are you guys watching this? Okay? These are people that are doing absolutely nothing but ripping people off. Look at this. ASRock. There's all your ASRocks. $420. $400. Look at this. $399.99 and they want $20 in shipping. Dude, screw you in that shipping. If it doesn't say free shipping, I wouldn't buy it. That's an A580. That's an RX 580. Even an A580 is $177. That's cheaper than the B580. It's ridiculous. Let's see. We're going down the page and seeing if we see anything else that's worth it. Look at this. 690 from Taiwan. Looks like Taiwan got into the action. Free shipping. $699. B580. What a frickin' rip. So you guys wonder where all your graphics cards are. They're right here on eBay. And they're being sold for an arm and a frickin' leg. I'm sorry. When you say $250 on a graphics card, it better stay at $250 on the graphics card. Now, if they're jacking it up $50, that's okay. Because, you know, $250 MSRP and you put it up for your profit, $50. That's being reasonable. $300, that's being reasonable. But when you're going up to like $400 to $600, that's not being reasonable. That's being ridiculous. That's just being plain ridiculous. And that's pretty much it for this page. So, let's go back to the main screen. And I'm going to tell you my conclusion. Today, you're seeing the true nightmare. The true nightmare. Let me close all that out. You're seeing the true nightmare right here on Graphics Card Nightmare. And that's the reason why we call it Graphics Card Nightmare. Is because this is where we see all the nightmares. Okay? I know there might be other retailers that are selling these cards probably for $10 more than MSRP. Those would be probably your best bet if you're going to go buy one. But truthfully, when they're forcing everybody to pay $400 for a graphics card, $400, put $140, put $200 more with it. Go get yourself a 4070 Super. Don't look at the cheap end at this point. Even if you got a motherboard and let's say you're running an 8th gen Intel processor, you can still run an RTX 4070 Super with it. You might not get the great speeds, but you get future-proofed on your GPU. So when you go to upgrade your platform, guess what you don't have to do? Upgrade your graphics card. Simple. Let's say you're running a 1080, a GTX 1080, and you got a Ryzen 5 5500. Go, instead of getting this card, go get yourself, again, RTX 4070 Super. You find them all day on Micro Center for a decent price with a game. So, and if you're close to a Micro Center, God bless you. Because I wish I was close to a Micro Center, which I'm not. I'm about 6 hours away. So it takes me 6 hours to get there, and then I gotta stay overnight until the next day, and then I gotta wait to go in and then do my shopping. And then after I get done, then I stay overnight and then come back home. So basically, it's like a 3-day adventure for me. That's what it took me the last time. It was a 3-day adventure, really. 12 hours, yeah, of driving, yes, but 3 days, it was 3 days. But, we're not all that lucky. That's the reason why we all got to run to Amazon, we got to run to Newegg and everything else. But if Micro Center decides to say, hey, we're going to do a little bit of best of both worlds and give you a little bit more product that we're going to sell you, but we're going to cut out all the greedy scalpers. That's what I want to see. I want to see these companies limit how many GPUs go to one person. But what they're doing is they're using different names. They're getting around it using different names at the same address. They're putting like 30 or 40 different names at the same address and getting it delivered to their house. Or they're putting them at a P.O. box and, they're shipping it to a P.O. box. And with the P.O. box, I know you can put quite a few names on there. So, yeah, scalpers ain't that smart. Especially when they're ripping off hardworking people that don't have that kind of money. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. There needs to be something put on as a safeguard to keep people from ripping people off. Especially if they're going to retailers and they're buying out the retailers and then turn around and they're selling it for double on eBay. eBay should have a limit of 5. And they should have an IP address that you only can use one email address to that IP address. They should have that limit on there. And that would cut the scalpers out very badly. Because if you use 3 to 4 or 5 different emails off your same computer, and you launch like 5 different sites on eBay, eBay should limit it to one email address and one IP address, and match the IP address to the email. And they can do that, trust me. If they can do that on games, they can sure in the hell do that on eBay. So, just a thought. A food for thought. But don't get ripped off, guys. The whole idea and this is the bottom line. The whole idea I'm making this video out today for you is so you don't get ripped off. I don't see too many reviewers doing a video like this, but you need to know what the real deal is. Don't get ripped off. The price on a graphics card for $250 and they're charging $400. Tell yourself, for that $400, am I getting price to performance? No, you're not. Not at $400. No, you're not. I can tell you that right now. That's the reason why I seen one graphics card on eBay at almost $700. So think about what costs $700 in graphics cards. Okay, the 7800 XT for $749. And that's right off the top of my head. Because I do this every week. And I got all the prices in my head. So you got the 7800 XT for that price. And if you really want to look around, 4070 Ti or 4070 Ti Super, you might be able to get a 4070 Ti Super for that price. That's way faster than a B580. Use your common sense when you shop. Stop ripping yourself off and be smart about it. If Intel was smart, they would have took and did back a couple months ago pre-orders for the B580. And if people really wanted the B580, they would have got into the pre-orders, which I haven't heard anything about the pre-ordering. That's the thing. There was nothing out there about pre-ordering. I didn't hear nothing about that. If people wanted, consumers wanted to get a $250 graphics card, Intel should have put a pre-order segment out there for everybody and says, look, one card per customer at one address. That would have eliminated the scalping. Would eliminate it. Because you got your name, you got your address, you got your phone number. Okay? Cuts it right there. So that means it'll get delivered to your house. And you would have paid $250 for it. But no, they didn't think about it. They didn't even think about saying, okay, well, we're going to add $10 onto it. And make it $260 and have it shipped to your house. Name, address, phone number. Contact you to make sure it's you. That it's not a computer generated that's making it up. So they have the three positions that would have kept scalpers from buying them off of Amazon and eBay and then turning around and selling them for almost double the price on, or Amazon and Newegg and selling it double the price on eBay. My bad. And that's basically what they're doing. And when people get desperate, and they know this, they're going to go over to eBay and buy it. Don't get desperate. They open up every one of these cards, taking every little essence out of the packages before you even getting it, and they're turn around and they're selling those extra little stuff that's in the packages back on eBay for more money. They're making money on top of money. So don't get caught into that BS of buying a graphics card and thinking it's brand new in the box. Yeah, it's brand new in the box, but is it wrapped? No. I've already had that happen. Don't forget your drinks and snacks. But that's my 2 cents on this. If you want to get ripped off, go ahead and go get ripped off. If you want to shop smart and you don't see any graphics card for $250 or within the $250 to $300 range from Intel B580, and save your money and get yourself a 4070 Super. Or go get yourself a 7900 XT. Or wait for the next generation and get yourself an 8000 series AMD card with RDNA 4. For that price, you can do that. Or you can take and save your money because you like NVIDIA and get yourself a 50 series. Get yourself a 5060 or a 5070. Maybe a 5070 Ti might be in your wheelhouse. I'm hearing it might get 16 gigabytes of VRAM on a 5070 Ti. You never know. And if you get lucky and get a 5070 Ti with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, guess what? You got a balls to the wall card. You got the best of the best on the market. Because they're saying that the 5080 and the 5090 are going to be more professional kind of cards, and they're not really going to be for gaming. That's what I've heard in the leaks. So take it with a grain of salt. Unless you want one of those cards and think they're going to be great gaming cards. But I can tell you overall, next generation NVIDIA, it's going to be the 5070 Ti. Everybody's going to be going for it. Trust me. That's going to be the card everybody's going for. Because if it has 16 gigabytes of VRAM, everybody's going to be going for it. They're not going to wait for the 5070 or the 5070 Super or the 5070 Ti. They're going to be looking at the 5070 Ti Super, maybe, if they have a Super. They might look at that too, but I haven't heard anything about it. But I heard about the 5070 Ti, though. If that's got 16 gigabytes of VRAM, shit. Go buy yourself one of those. But anyway, I don't want to make this a long video because the last video I made was almost an hour and this one's almost 45 minutes. But I said my 2 cents. I hope you heed my warning and I hope you understand I'm looking out for you as the consumer. I'm a consumer myself. You don't see me going out there buying millions of dollars of graphics cards now, do you? No. I got one graphics card. I told everybody I'm going to put a 5-year hurt on it, and that's the 4070, and I'm going to keep on it until I get ready to buy the next big thing. I thought the 4070 was the big thing. Before all the rest of the other cards came out, it was. You had your 4090, 4080, and your 4070. And with the 4070 having one 8-pin connector, it was the only 4070 that had GDR6X that had the 8-pin connector. Now, if you get the new one, that the 4070 has GDR6, not X, 6, that's 1.5% slower on the memory, then the one I have here. And mine's overclocked. And I'm happy with it. Trust me, I'm way happy with it because 200 FPS all day long on the games I play, I'm happy. I'm tickled about it. And you know the thing is, I don't even have to overclock it on MSI Afterburner. It's done itself. It's done itself. It already hits 2900 megahertz without using MSI Afterburner. So, and if I want to hit 3000 megahertz, I just give it a half more boost on MSI Afterburner. A half more boost. Not all the way up, a half more boost. And it pushes it over 3 gigahertz. You don't hear people talking about this card here getting over 3 gigahertz. Nope, you don't hear nothing about it. But I'm going to tell you about it. I've posted about it, and I got previous videos on it. So keep that in mind. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you all have a great day, and don't forget about Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live right here on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you might as well. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, you hit the like button, and also too turn your notification on and so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time in the next video. This is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. We will see you on the next video.